Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, I don't seem to have any Bluetooth at all. I've got no Bluetooth. Nothing is transmitting anywhere. Disaster. I've got nothing. Why have I got nothing? Why have I got no Bluetooth? I turned Bluetooth off, I turned it on again, and now it's suddenly completely disappeared. I suppose everyone's started running already, have they? Brilliant. Good afternoon, Adam Koffler. Hello, Trev Wilson, Paul Deering, Tina Beard, Amy, Kathy, Steve, Clive. Hello, everyone watching. As you can see, Bluetooth off, Bluetooth on. Kim Salt says, been there, done that. Yeah, so I've done that. So now we go to the pairing screen and all of a sudden there everything is. Okay, that's good, isn't it? Right. Fingers crossed we're all right now. I can catch up with everybody. There we go. Okay, we're off. I'll catch everyone up now. How embarrassing. We're a little bit behind. So So it was going to be 10 kph. Welcome along to the inaugural Film My Run, Make Humanity Great, Zwift Long Distance Runners combined 10k. It's the first time it's happened. It might be the last time if I have these problems again. Kathy, hello, says it's a full house. It is a full house. Adam says restart the computer. Well, we're all right. We didn't have to go that far. No need to restart. Put the fans on. And we'll slowly catch up Gina, who is our run leader. So the idea really is just that we are all going to join together the Make Humanity Great team, the ZLDR team, and the FMR community. And we're going to do this one run every week, which brings us all together. John Free says this is a chance for me to warm up before you catch up. Well, Gina is a minute ahead. Steve Main is running with Gina. Clive Finnimore is running with Gina. So I'm going to catch them up. Maybe we'll run with them for a couple of minutes. And then we'll see where we get to after that. Victoria is watching as well with Kim. Oh. So that was a bit of a hairy start, but you know, nothing out of the ordinary. Kathy McManus is running also with Gina. So there's a few people running with Gina at the moment. Ellen Pym says, I haven't used my treadmill for a few weeks. It does not sound happy. Oh dear. Ellen Pym and Tina Beard had a real world meet-up the other day. Tina, where were you when you met Ellen? So Gina says, today is our first ever collaborative event. And she says, if you don't know our three groups, it's MHG, which is Make Humanity Great. FMR is Film My Run, that's me, hello. Nice to see you all. And Zwift Long Distance Runners is ZLDR. Adam Koffler has been training 100% outdoors for the London Marathon. Gina says, in the description of this event, you'll find all our links. So yes, if you go to the description of the Make Humanity Great Film My Run ZLDR run today, you will find links to all our Strava clubs, my live stream. So let's run with Gina for a few minutes. Sarah Jacobson has not let it pass by that there was a technical error at the start of the run. Yes, but you did love it though, Sarah. She loved it. She loves it when I make mistakes. She loves it when I mess up. Oh no, but Gina will have it in the run report later. Oh no. I was only a minute late. I was only 1 minute late. Rookie. Yeah, rubbish. I don't know what happened, because it seemed like I turned Bluetooth off on the computer and then turned it back on again to reconnect, and it was as though I hadn't turned it back on, and it just wasn't there. So then I turned it back off and on again, and suddenly it was all there and all fine. So I don't know what all that was about. So at the moment, we are running with Gina and Steve Main and Clive Finnimore and Kathy McManus and a few others in a little group. We've let all the speedy ones go off. I can see Jackie Ramos just up ahead of us there. And John Fries is with us. And Vesselberg. Hi guys, nice to have you all along. Dingle says great to be here. Gina says apparently we have some fast people, so there will have been some people sped off ahead of us. Jeff Partridge says, I don't think my legs would work today even if I felt inclined. Well, I think we'll let you off given what you did at the weekend, Jeff. That was an epic run. Well done, buddy. Those of us in the UK, well, wherever you are in the world, if anyone applied for the Lakeland 100 or the Lakeland 50, you'll have got your result today, and amazingly, I can't believe it, but the first time ever, I've managed to get a place. So I will be running the Lakeland 100 next year. Right, Paul Deering says, can someone please write Stephen a pre-race checklist? No idea how he manages in ultras. Well, probably because half the time I don't manage in ultras. That's the problem, Paul. Sarah Jacobson has offered her help. Right, all right, you're on, Sarah. You can write me a if you can get all the things that I need to do onto a piece of paper or onto an email. No one will be able to list everything I have to do before starting a Zwift Run. No one would be able to list all the things I have to do before starting a Zwift Run. But Sarah, you have the job if you want to do it. Paul Deering, you can try as well if you like. Somebody create a checklist, but you know what's going to happen. No, I'm never going to read the checklist, am I? Furthermore, I am guaranteed to forget to read the checklist. Adam says, the first thing to do, Stephen, is to read the map. Well, hopefully, in events like this, I don't need to read the map because I just automatically go the right way. It's the things like the Eddie Izzard run where there's no set route. Well, there is, but you're not locked into it. DIY Tech Repairs, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Evening. Long time I've caught you running. Well, here I am. Right, Carol has suggested I have a tattoo on my arm with the list. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like it. My wife might not be so pleased. She doesn't like tattoos, so I might get told off if I have a tattoo. Adam says you can still get lost. I know. All right, Gina is about to start us off with the jokes, so I'll try and catch some of them for you. Right, Clive is seriously thinking about a Zwift logo tattoo. Yeah, but it could become as passé as getting an Ironman I, couldn't it? Or an M, whatever it is they get. You get an M, do they? I can't remember now. All right, Daniel says, how do you emulate rocks and roots? Having somebody in the front throwing it on the running belt. Well, there's a brilliant comedy video. I think it's on YouTube, of somebody running on a treadmill and trying to simulate trail running by gluing stones and rocks and roots to the belt of the treadmill as it goes round. Theo Heldon, rather. Do you know what, Theo? I constantly call you Thomas. I don't know why. I'm so sorry that I do. Anyway, Theo Heldon, smiley face from him. Jeff Partridge says there is nothing as bad as the Ironman M. So, yeah, whatever you do, do not get an Ironman M. Even if you complete a full Ironman, don't get the Ironman M tattooed on you. But, you know, in years to come, when Zwift is really popular, it might be a bit naff to have a Zwift Z tattooed on you as well. Oh, somebody's had a dropout, standing still. Hello to El Palmer. Kathy says, are we there yet? No, not yet, Kathy. We need a few drinks and snacks from you before we get to the end. Stephen Smith, good evening. Tanner, good evening. Sasha, hi Stephen. Hello, Sasha. Yeah, Victoria has just put, a tattoo is divorce material. Sarah says, I'm thinking of getting corporate logos tattooed. Oh, I think corporate logos tattooed is generally a poor choice. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm with you. I'm with you, Sarah. I've never, to be honest, I've never been a tattoo person. I've never really been into getting tattoos. But Sarah does have 3 tattoos. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I have thought about it, and the only one that I would ever consider getting are my kids' names and their dates of birth. Because that won't ever change, will it? They'll always be my kids, and they'll always have been born on that day. It's never going to be a situation where I have to erase those because they're no longer relevant. So that's the only one I've thought about. But I still wouldn't. I still wouldn't do it, I don't think. I think Clive's saying he's had it. I have a tribal motorcycle tattoo on my arm from my biking days. And are you still proud of it, Clive, or do you wish it wasn't there anymore? Who's saying that? I hope it's not a Sons of Anarchy tattoo, Clive. I don't know who it is that said that. Oh, Steve Milne. Ex-Forces, okay. Adam Koffler says he's missed the drinks cart. Can you be at the London Marathon on the 3rd of October, Kathy, for Adam doing the London Marathon? Can we have a drinks cart at the London Marathon is basically what he's asking. There are aid stations, you know, at the London Marathon. Tina Beard hates tattoos. I don't know why I'm so far ahead of Gina. Kathy will be there, says Gina. Okay. Kathy, Adam Koffler has booked you for the London Marathon to be his personal snack cart. Do you know what? Apart from the K, oh no, Adam Koffler. Do you know what? It did say Koffler. I think it's changed it to Cutler for some reason. It did initially say Koffler. Right, 2 kilometres done, 8 kilometres to go. Right, I have a possibly gross admission to make. No, Gina, I promise you, it said Koffler. I promise you it said Koffler, and then when I pressed send, it changed to Cattler or whatever it changed to. Anyway, I have a gross admission to make. So, this weekend has been Indian curry weekend, and I always order a chicken vindaloo. If you don't know, that's one of the hotter curries in the UK that Indian restaurants do. And so I had most of my curry last night, but as many of you know, if you listen to my streams on a regular basis, then you'll know that I always save some for the next day. And so lunchtime today was the weekend curry. Again. Yeah, chicken vindaloo, chicken indaloo, says Adam. I may not reach the end of this run. I just need to inform you of that. If anyone wants to take over commentary, then, you know, by all means, please do. Kathy says fire bottom. Yeah, it may come to that. It may come to that. Thanks, Diana. Yes. Vindaloo Revenge, John Heaton. Clive suggests not farting. That might be a good idea. Thank you for that. So, you know, if I disappear at any moment during the run, then I've either had a connection issue or I've had a different kind of issue. Tina Beard says too much information. Fair enough, I'll shut up now. Okay, we are comfortably in zone 1 at the moment, 111 beats per minute heart rate. We're going at 8 kilometres an hour and running with Gina. And I think we'll stay here for the next kilometre at least. Where are we now? 7.7 kilometres to go. Okay, we'll do another 700 metres with Gina. And then I'll see about speeding up a little bit. Or shall I just stay at this? Shall we just stay at this pace for the whole run? What do you think? Because Clive's running with Gina. Kathy is... Chris Sussex Geezer says a connection issue or ejection issue. Kathy says she's not going to push the porta potty around. Well, do you think I should speed up then so I can get it over and done with and get myself to the loo? Diana, I am not reading that out. I'm not... Oh, maybe I should. Right, are you... Okay, listen. This is not me saying this, okay? Diana Nicky, Queen of Zwift. Queen of Watopia. And Diana, what are you, Queen of Zwift or Queen of Watopia? I think you should be Queen of Zwift. Anyway, she says, I don't think anyone has ever shat their pants during a Film My Run yet. No. We have puked live on air, but I don't think we've actually... shat our pants. This is just... Right, this has taken an unfortunate turn. There is always a first time. First to ever crap their pants live on a stream, says Gina. Right, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna try really hard not to do that. Okay. Has anyone seen that photo though? There is a photo of a runner in a marathon, or in a... I don't know if it was a marathon or an ultra. I think it was a marathon. Who was gunning for the line and actually did eject diarrhea everywhere, all down his legs, and didn't stop and just carried on running as hard as he could. to get to the line. Shall I try and find that, or would that get me cut off from YouTube and Facebook? Daniel has seen that photo, yes. Tanner says, maybe it's time for adult diapers. You could be right. Right, Jackie Ramos is going to come and join us back here. Oh yeah, no, Paula Radcliffe had a wee, didn't she? Chris says Paula Radcliffe did. I think Paula Radcliffe had a wee in the Olympic marathon, didn't she? Didn't she stop in the Olympic marathon and have a wee at the side of the road? Tanner is telling us a similar story about somebody in an Ironman marathon who did that and just kept going. Mark Mansueto suggests I could be the poster boy for adult diapers. Happy to oblige, as long as they pay me a hefty figure. No, I'm so tempted to find that photo. Gina, have you told any jokes yet? I must have missed them if you have. I've been too concentrating on bodily functions. Right, Gina says, can you find all 3 groups on Facebook and Strava? I'll be writing a run report at the end. Well, so you know the 3 groups. Make Humanity Great, Zwift Long Distance Runners, and Film My Run. Between the 3 of us, we have to be the greatest comedy trio there is. Clive, myself, and Gina. If you want fun on a Monday night, this is the place to be. Okay, what do you call octopus twins? Says Gina. This is whether it's Gina's first joke of the evening, I'm not sure, but. What do you call octopus twins, everybody? Give you 2 minutes to think about it, or 30 seconds to think about it. Okay, and the answer is identical twins. Identical twins! I like it! That's a good one. Okay, it's Gina's second joke of the evening. Clearly the first one flopped. We were all too busy talking about poo, Gina. I'm so sorry. Oh, thanks for that, Clive. Clive, as well as Jeff Partridge doing an epic run at the weekend, Clive did an epic run at the weekend. Congratulations to Clive, by the way. Gina, if you're listening to this, can you put up that Clive won his race? Well, he came 3rd in his race at the weekend, but that was a part of a four races, and combined, Clive won the race. Right, Dan on YouTube, friend of mine, Dan. If you don't know Dan, by the way, if you're interested in science and you're interested in flat earth theory, like debunking flat earth theory and all that kind of stuff, my friend Dan has a brilliant channel on YouTube called Sci-Man Dan. Sci as in S-C-I, Sci-Man Dan. Where he just takes the mick out of flat earthers. Really funny. And he does other stuff as well, it's not just flat earth. But if you're interested in that kind of comedy and science mixture, I've been a subscriber of Dan's for quite a while, and his is a really good channel. Anyway, Dan has come on and said he's got a joke for us. Where do bad rainbows go? Where do bad rainbows go? Let's put that on here as well. Hang on. Here is a joke for you. Oh. Text fail. Here is a joke for you. Full stop. Where do bad rainbows go? Question mark. Right, you've got to give me the answer now. Stephen trying to type a joke. I was trying to do voice to text a joke. That is brilliant. Okay, so Dan's joke is where do bad rainbows go? And the answer, in true science style, is to prism. Prism, get it? I love it. Oh no, he's followed it up as well with, don't worry, they only get a light sentence. Quality stuff, Dan. Thank you very much. You have caused merriment on the Zwift Run this evening. Kathy is rolling on the floor laughing. So you've got an ROFL from Kathy, Dan. Nice one. Me and Dan keep meaning to go out for a run in the real world, and we have as yet failed to get anything together in about a year of trying. So we will do it at some point. Me and Simon Dan will go out on the hills, on the South Downs, at some point. Oh no, my microphone's slipping off. Hold on. There we are. Tightened it up a bit. Right, Adam, where are you? Adam says it's hot abroad, typing by the pool. Where are you, Adam? That is not nice. Adam's now going to show us. I bet Adam is in somewhere glorious, isn't he? Some beautiful Caribbean country or Mediterranean island. I've got both fans on, so it is hot here. All right, Dan, we will get something together, buddy. Don't you worry about it. No, Gina's there. We've got Gina. She hasn't gone away. Somebody thinks we lost Gina. John Freeze saying we've lost Gina. No, she's definitely there. Right, Julie Reeves is going to stop at 5k. Her legs are tired. No worries, Julie. Well done. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us. It is the first one of our joint combined run with Film My Run, Make Humanity Great, and Zwift Long Distance Runners. So, Zwift Long Distance Runners was formed by Jens, who I think is running today. He must be a bit further ahead. It was Jens' original idea, Jens Rasmussen, and I was one of the original people involved in the formation of the group, although I haven't taken an active role in leading the group. I've just got so many things that I do, being responsible for everything ZLDR is just not something I can do, but I'm very happy to be an admin of the group and one of the original founders of the group. So ZLDR was formed how long ago now? A couple of years ago, and has grown really well into a big group, probably the largest running group on Zwift. Lots of people taking part in the ZLDR runs on a regular basis. And you can see us all dressed in yellow here. So whenever you see somebody dressed in yellow, it's very likely they are a member of Zwift Long Distance Runners. And then we've got MHG, which is Make Humanity Great. And Make Humanity Great was formed by Clive Finnemore on the back of, in January this year, the comedian Eddie Izzard ran 32 marathons in 31 days. And it was so great. We just rallied around Eddie and we all ran with him almost every day. Some people, ran multiple marathons with Eddie Izzard through January. And off the back of that, Clive formed the Make Humanity Great Run Club on Zwift. And there's a run every Monday lunchtime, Wednesday and Friday lunchtime for the Make Humanity Great Again team. Nice, relaxed pace if you want to join. Lunchtimes, UK time, midday, basically UK time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's been going strong for a good while now. And then the Film My Run club or community. Well, I started Film My Run in 2014, so a long time ago now, and it was just to make videos of my runs. When I went outside and did my marathons or whatever, I'd take my camera with me and film myself running. But when Zwift came along, we started to live stream running, and that's kind of taken on a bit of a life of its own now. And we've, there's quite a few people who regularly come and run with me. If I announce that I'm going to do a run or whatever, people come and join me. We live stream pretty much every day of the week. Sometimes I take Saturday and Sunday off, but most days of the week we live stream runs on Zwift. And then we also organise the Film My Run 500 twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday, which is a climbing event. So we set the treadmills at 12% and we climb for 4.2 kilometres, and that works out at 500 metres of elevation. Is Tina going? She's done at 5k. Okay, 15 for the day. Dinner is calling. Thanks, Tina. Take care. See you soon. And we're nearly at 5k to go. 5k done, 5k to go. And we're enjoying ourselves. Nice relaxed run. We're staying in zone 1. 112 beats per minute at the moment. So that's the story of Make Humanity Great, Film My Run and Zwift long distance runners. And we've just decided to combine one run a week so that we're all involved and we can get everyone together for a bit of a party on a Monday night as we start our week of training. Gina says you're all looking fantastic. Right, Adam says he's in Antigua. I knew it was going to be a Caribbean. Why did I know it was going to be a Caribbean island? I just knew it. He says he's in Antigua. He says take a look at Strava. It's brutally hot. Oh no, yeah, we had this last week, didn't we? Gina says the runners list is going to be all messed up in the village. Yeah, so we are in Makuri Islands, which is our Japanese island on Zwift. And in a minute, we're going to run through one of the villages on the island. Unfortunately, it goes in a kind of loop, and we all get mixed up. And so we don't know who's. But you have to look at the exact kilometres that everyone's done to know exactly how far people have run. Because as it is now, in general, the people below me, so you can see me listed in blue there, the people below me have done fewer miles, fewer kilometres, and the people above me have done further. But when we get to the village, it all gets mixed up because people come round in a loop and join us. Tina says form check, head up, shoulders down, make sure your arms are moving forward. Yeah, shoulders relaxed. Try and think of a wire, a kind of wire going right through your spine, and it's attached to the ceiling and it's pulling you up. Oh, breathe in through the nose, relax your jaw. Nice one. Adam Coffler says, got a run, cocktail time. See you in London, Kathy with a K. Don't wear your shoulders for earrings. That's a nice saying. Phil, what do you call an elephant with no legs? An elephant with no legs. I've heard of a deer with no legs. A deer with no legs is no idea. But what do you call an elephant with no legs? I don't know. I'm waiting with bated breath for this. We have about 39 minutes to go of our 10k. We're running at a very relaxed 8 kilometres per hour with Clive and Jackie Ramos and Gina, and Paul Deering is with us now, and Steve Milne and John Fries, Kathy McManus. No, right, what do you call... Oh yeah, what do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? Still no idea. That's it, sorry. Yeah, you're right, I was getting confused. Denmark Viking, hello to you, buddy. He says, what soundtrack do you use? I pay for copyright-free music with a company called Epidemic Sound. So if you go to epidemicsound.com, or I think it's epidemicsound.com. Anyway. Yeah, that's where I get all my music from. Sorry. You have to pay a fee of like... Still no idea. It's good, isn't it? Do you like that? If you go to Epidemic Sound, you have to pay a monthly fee. It's about $10. So I pay about $10 a month, and I can use any music I want that they have on their website. Download it and just use it in whatever YouTube or Facebook site I need. Tina Beard says, Stephen, confused? Never. Tina, you know me too well. Steve Milne is done. Thanks for the company, everyone. It's food time, he says. Kathy says, if someone about to make a... Oh, parkrun announcement, of course. Right, bye, Steve Milne. Right, who's going to do it then? Clive, are you going to do the parkrun announcement? Just a parkrun to go. Because that's from Eddie Izzard. So it should be you that does it. Ah, Sarah Jacobson has come and joined us. So this is how we all get confused, you see. Look. So Kathy McManus is on 5 kilometres. Sarah Jacobs on 6.4, because some people have gone round in a loop and come and joined us. Clive says, just a parkrun to go. Yes, John, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming. And the crowd goes wild. Oh, do you know what? It's really brought back memories of the Eddie Izzard runs, that. Carol Rushworth has just passed the smelly Vindaloo punch. It's only me that smells of Vindaloo. Exactly, Gina. It's not the crowd, it's just Stephen. Right, Phil says takeaway has turned up 45 minutes early, so I'm going to eat it. Thanks, crowd. See you later. It's the smell of my curry making everyone give up at 5k? Question mark. Gina reckons you might be stuck in my aura. I have 2 fans on. It should be helping. It should be blowing the smell away. Tina Beard says, glad we don't have smell-o-vision. Do you remember when that was like genuinely a thing, that they were going to create smell-o-vision, weren't they? I'm sure I saw, those of you in the UK will remember a programme called Tomorrow's World, where they used to show you future inventions, like things that were happening in science and technology. And we used to sit there in the 80s, in the 70s and the 80s, we used to sit there amazed at what was coming. I remember them demoing CDs for the first time years ago. The fact that you could get a whole album on this little plastic disc. Anyway, I'm sure that Tomorrow's World, once upon a time, did a piece on smell-o-vision actually happening. I'm sure they did. Steve Main says his internet is really bad today. Looks okay here. My internet's okay here. Heart rate is 112 BPM. We have 4.5 kilometres left to run. We're running at 8 kilometres an hour. Okay, Tina. Right, Tina says it was an April Fool. Okay. So there was an April Fool made in 1978, and I've only just found that out. Okay, brilliant. Tina, please don't tell anybody about that. Oh dear. April Fool. 30 years ago. Sarah Jacobson says, Stephen's easy run heart rate is my walking heart rate. Well, I have just done quite a lot of mountain running and mountain walking, so I think my heart rate is probably doing quite well at the moment, because I spent a week at high altitude. I say high altitude. I spent a week at 1,000 metres in Chamonix, and then we did quite a bit of climbing during the week. So that's probably done the hemoglobin levels quite a lot of good. Hemoglobin, is that right? Yes, I think it is. Oh, we've got right, where's Gina gone? Why have we lost Gina? Gina, have you deliberately dropped back? Or what's happened? Why are you 19 seconds behind? Clive says, that's just destroyed one of Stephen's childhood memories. Well, this is the thing. I've been waiting for 35 years. I've been waiting for smell-o-vision to happen. And it turns out I was conned. How was an 8-year-old to know about April Fool's Day? Actually, to be fair, every 8-year-old knows about April Fool's Day, don't they? Mark Samuels is watching whilst on the rowing machine. Picked up an injury at the end of July and not ran since. This week is the start of recovery. Good luck, Mark. I know being injured is horrendous, and it's very frustrating. So, good luck with your recovery, and hope to see you back on Zwift soon. John Heaton remembers BBC's Tomorrow's World colour TV experiments on a black and white TV before colour TV. Brilliant. Oh, that is brilliant. Imagine that. Fantastic. Colour TV experiments on a black and white TV before colour TV. Fantastic. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's what Tomorrow's World used to do. It used to do all these kind of futuristic, and I mean, 90% of them were genuine technological advancements. Like I said about this compact disc, I distinctly remember that one. Jeff Partridge remembers, so there was another programme when we were young, old people like me, when we were young in the 70s and 80s, there was a kind of national news magazine programme called Nationwide, and they had an April Fool about a spaghetti tree. Oh, Tina Beard's talking about the spaghetti trees as well. Now, she says it was Blue Peter. That was a children's programme. Again, explaining everything to the Americans. Hello, America. So, again, there was a children's programme when we were young called Blue Peter. It sounds ruder than it is. It wasn't rude at all. Anyway, so Tina thinks the spaghetti trees was Blue Peter. Amy Green says her daughter's birthday is April the 1st. Please don't... No, right. Are you telling me your daughter was a joke birth? It really did happen. Is that... what are you saying here? Have I understood your question? Yeah, okay. So Amy's daughter was born on April the 1st. But in reality, it really, really was. That's not a joke. Paul Deering says, injuries suck, Mark. I feel your pain. Horrible. Okay, John Farrell says, 4DX cinemas do squirt smells into your face. Yes, and they also tickle you from behind. Because I've been in one of those cinemas and I got the shock of my life. Gina says, why did the man fart into his wallet? Why did the man fart into his wallet? Okay, we're waiting for the answer to that. Right, Jeff Partridge and Tina Beard are going to have a fight in the playground because Jeff Partridge is convinced it was nationwide and not Blue Peter who did the April Fool about the spaghetti trees. So he could have gas money. Oh, that's terrible, Gina. Why did the man fart into his wallet so he could have gas money? That's just terrible. Fart jokes are a hit. Jokes sting. Hey, you see what I did there? Right, Amy, you're quite small, aren't you? You're quite petite. So how heavy was your daughter when she was born? See, Gina, you appreciate my comedy genius. Right, look, we have done nearly 6.5 kilometres here. We've got 3.5 to go, just over 3.5 to go. Gina is slowly catching us up. Guys, Jackie, Kathy, Clive, should we slow down for Gina and just let her catch up? Ellen Pym is just up ahead as well. Salim Adrian, hello Salim. At the top of the screen there, he's at 9 kilometres. Gina says, have you seen my jokes, Stephen? Of course I appreciate your comedy humour. But she's saying don't slow down. Well, are you closing in then? You catch us up, Gina. Oh my god. Okay. Paul Deering says to throw a spanner in the works. He says it was Panorama. Okay, so we've had the children's programme that was Blue Peter. We've had the National News magazine programme that was nationwide. Panorama does seem an odd one because Panorama still is broadcast today and it is a very serious political news programme. Not the kind of programme you would expect to find April the 1st jokes about spaghetti trees. Okay, well, right, so Amy says, my daughter was born on April the 1st. She was £5. My second daughter was £6. So £5 is pretty light. I think I was about £7 when I was born. Mind you, I was a fat baby. I find it hard to believe that it was Panorama, Paul. Don't tell everyone that. That was just between you and me, Gina. It's like the ugly duckling story, Gina. Alright, I'll let you off, Gina. Daniel has gone and seen Simon Dan's channel. He says, great channel, Simon Dan. Love that type of channel. You do a great job. You've got another sub. There you go. Right. Dan, you owe me a beer. Actually, I don't drink beer. You owe me a latte because I've just got you a new subscriber. To add to the 60,000 you already have. Why did the cheddar cheese go to the gym? Why did the cheddar cheese go to the gym? That's Gina's latest joke. No, surely that should be Weetabix. Or that should be Weetabix, shouldn't it? We don't have shredded cheese in this. We have grated cheese in the UK. Okay, yeah, that joke doesn't work in the UK because we have grated cheese, not shredded cheese. But we do have Weetabix, and we have shredded wheat. So you could say, why did the Weetabix go to the gym? Because it wanted to become shredded wheat or something. Right, Theo Heldorn has finished. Well done, Theo. Good job, buddy. We still have 3 kilometres to go, and we're running through the beautiful forests now in Japan, in the Makuri Islands. Love it here. Absolutely beautiful. I am still squishy. Right, 3k left. Heart rate is still 112 beats per minute. I have spent 48 minutes in zone 1 and a couple of minutes in zone 2. Bye-bye, Henry. Thank you for joining us. Chris says, did you hear about the constipated... Did you hear about the constipated something? The joke isn't all there, Chris. Have I just misread that? I couldn't read that properly then. Because Gina says that's gross. I suppose it's the constipated man. He worked it out with a pencil. That makes more sense. Okay, the constipated mathematician. He worked it out with a pencil. Brilliant. I like it. Stephen Smith reckons it's getting up to 31 degrees Celsius tomorrow. That's in the UK, Stephen, yeah? You're in London though, aren't you, Stephen, I think? I think it's going to be a little bit cooler down here on the south coast. So if you're wondering where I am, I live in West Sussex, which is on the south coast of the UK. You may have heard of Brighton. Brighton is the biggest kind of near town or near city to me. So we live not far from there. And it's literally 200 metres to the sea from where I live. And it's about 3 kilometres run to get onto the hills and the beautiful countryside here that we have in Sussex. From my home, I can step out of the door. If I turn right out of my door, I go to the hills. If I turn left out of my door, I go to the sea. Mark Mansueto is done. Thanks, guys. Beans on toast for him. 27 degrees, John Heaton says, in Shropshire. So that's a little bit further north. Sarah, anytime you come to the UK, you have to come and see us. Anytime. You are more than welcome, you know you are. Ryan Downey was supposed to come and visit me from the USA before we had all the pandemic and the lockdown. So I think he's still got it planned. At some point, he's going to come over to the UK and stay on my sofa. Jeff Partridge says, have I been following Dragon's Back? No, I saw that it started. I saw some photos. But I don't think I know anyone. I don't think I know anyone who's in it. So I haven't really been following it. I mean, I probably will take a look as the days go on. Clive Finnemore says, I will see your hills next year. Yeah, Clive is doing the South Downs Way 100 next year, which basically runs past my front door. Well, not quite, but it runs along the South Downs Way, which is literally about 3 kilometres from where I live. Sarah was going to come to the UK in November. Hang on a second, let me just find that again. Oh, I've lost all these now. I can't find all the messages. Okay. I was planning on November, but with the state of things, not so sure. Okay. Well, in all seriousness, Sarah, if you do come to the UK in November, or whenever you do come, you are more than welcome to come stay a night with us, or whatever you want to do. And we'll go out and show you some of the runs around our local area. More than welcome. Be lovely to see you, to meet you. Oh, Fergie's running, is he? That's why he hasn't answered his text today. I messaged Fergie earlier on, Jeff, and he hasn't replied, and that'll be why. Okay. Sorry, private chat's going on here between me and Jeff Partridge. Yeah, so Stephen Smith says it's going to be about 31 degrees in southwest London tomorrow. John Heaton, 27 in Shropshire. I think it's going to be about 25 here. 25 works out at about 78 Celsius, 78 Fahrenheit, I think. So a warm day again tomorrow. We have just over 2 kilometres left of what has been actually a really lovely Monday relaxed run. Thank you for joining the MHG FMR ZLDR 10k this evening. 28 degrees tomorrow for Amy in Nottingham. Nottingham is slap bang in the centre of the UK. So yeah, a little bit warmer in Nottingham. Even warmer in London, obviously, because of all the high-rise buildings and the industry there. Keeping it just a little bit warmer, and all the people, of course, making it just a little bit warmer there than everywhere else. And yeah, just a reminder, Clive reminds me, tomorrow, if you're around 11:35 UK time, the Film My Run 500. We set our treadmills at 12% elevation, 12% incline. And we run for 4.2 kilometres. John Heaton says goodbye. Thanks, John. See you soon. Loads of runs tomorrow, says Gina. Yeah, there's loads of ZLDR runs tomorrow. And there's the Film My Run 500, which essentially is also an MHG run because Clive runs that with us as well. So MHG and FMR tomorrow morning for the Film My Run 500, and plenty of ZLDR runs as well. So it's going to be a warm one tomorrow morning to climb up the hill, but great training if you want to strengthen those calf muscles, and if you've got any hilly events coming up outdoors, good to get those quadriceps and those calf muscles strong for those events. And also climbing will also help you speed up on the flat as well. So we have less than 2k to go. Make it a bit brighter in here. Ellen has enjoyed the collaboration. Gina has just run through a cyclist. I think it probably hurt him more than it hurt you, Gina. Kathy says 2k left. We've been running for 1 hour and we've got about 13 or 14 minutes left to go now. Heart rate has been pretty consistent all the way. So kilometre 1, 113, then it was 112, 111, 114, 112, 111, 111, 111. So let's see if kilometre 9 can be 111 as well. So bringing up the rear, we have Gina, Kathy, Jay Alert from the USA. Let me have a look who that is. Myself, Steve Main, Jackie Ramos, Clive Finnimore, and TH from Japan. Jude Alert. Is that a real name? Jude Alert. He's 48 years old from the USA. Jude. Hello, Jude. Nice to have you with us. And Tomo from Japan. Give Tomo a ride on. Drop a few ride-ons while we're here. Right, there you go, Jackie. Clive Finnimore. Steve Main. Jude Alert. Ride on for Jude Alert. Kathy McManus. Ride on for Kathy. Gina. Ride on for Gina. And Angie is 6 minutes behind. Hello, Angie. Ride on for Angie. There we go. Okay, I think that's everyone. Can't give myself a ride on. What do you call a medical student who graduated online? This is Gina's next year. What do you call a medical student who graduated online? Okay, no idea. A Google Doc. Very good. Google Doc. Yeah, so yeah, you could say you could kind of modify that joke and say, where do you go for medical advice on the internet? You go to Google Docs. Good, I like that one. Trev Wilson, all done. Loved listening to you guys. Thanks, Trev. Thanks for running with us. We'll see you all again next Monday. We've still got over 1 kilometre to go though, so we're keeping going. Thank you. Right, I've just had permission to use that joke from Gina. Thank you, Gina. The thing is with me and jokes, I do like them when I remember them, but more often than not I just forget them. My way of telling jokes is something like, oh, do you remember that one? What's that one about the man who does the thing with the, you know, and he comes into the pub with the hammer and, oh, you know the one I'm talking about, that joke. That's me telling a joke, generally. Just can't remember them. So, we are just over 1 kilometre away from the finish. Been a lovely run. Tomorrow we have the Film My Run 500. And then tomorrow evening, it remains to be seen whether I go out with the club in the real world or whether I do something on Zwift. I do need to do an interval session at some point soon. Get a bit more speed in the legs. So, whether that's with the outdoor club or whether I do that on Zwift, I don't know. Right, whose birthday is it? Clive says happy birthday, but I have no idea who he's saying happy birthday to. By the way, I've been so consumed with chatting, I've forgotten to say thank you to everyone who's been dropping ride-ons.
Ride on!
So, L. Woods, thank you very much. Right, hang on a minute. Now, is Clive getting confused? Because he thinks Amy's going to be 28 tomorrow. And Kim Salt is saying, I think 28 was the temperature, not her birthday. Clive, do you want to enlighten us? Have you been confused? Or is it me that's confused? But anyway, thank you everyone for your ride-ons today. Steve Main says, the run is almost over and ZCA is finally working. Kathy says, we have lots of fall birthdays coming up. Autumn birthdays, that is, for you in the UK, for us in the UK. Gina says, Stephen, aren't you usually confused? Well, yes, I am, which is why I'm so concerned to make sure that it isn't me confused and that it is Clive that's confused. Amy says, my birthday is in March and I wish I was 28. Oh, Amy, you look 28, though. You look 28. You don't, I mean, I know that you're 43, but you don't look 43 at all. I promise, you look 28. Clive says, I'm always confused. You and me both, buddy. It's amazing how we managed to organise so many runs between us, isn't it? Yeah, Gina says, I'm guessing Clive is confused too. We're all confused. This is why we're running on treadmills indoors. Because we can't be trusted outside. It's too dangerous for people like me and Clive outside. You never know what kind of trouble we're going to get ourselves into. It's just safer to stick us on a treadmill inside and preferably shut the doors behind us. Amy... Right, Sarah Jacobson says, my next birthday is the big 40. She's not excited about that. Amy Green says, 43? Cheeky. But actually, honestly, Amy, you do look like you could be 28. I don't actually know how old you are, but you certainly could be 20. If you said you were 28, I'd believe you. But it's the same for my wife as well. If my wife said she was 35, I'd believe her. I don't think she could quite get away with 28. Of course, I could get away with 28. Look at this skin. Look at that beautiful skin there. Oh, you can't because you... Hang on a minute. Look at that. See how smooth as a baby's bottom that is, that skin? 28 years old. I could pass for 28. Okay, so Amy's 34, so she'll take 28. Kim Salt says, yes, I would believe Victoria if she said she was 30. Yeah, totally. She definitely does not look her age, my wife. What are you laughing at, Gina? Right, Gina's got a massive big laugh thing on the... Sorry, Stephen just said he could pass for 20. What's funny about that? Why is that funny? I don't understand you people. Kathy McManus is not saying her age. We know you're only 14. We know you've been trying to pass for an adult. Okay, Amy, take care. She says she's off now. Thanks for the run. Nice to see you all. Thanks, Amy. See you soon. All right. Gina reckons I was trying to shoot kind of high for a mental age of 28. Half a kilometre to go. 4 minutes. And we are done here. Well done, everybody. Great to have you all along with us. Thank you for joining Clive, Gina and myself for our first combined run. I mean, to be perfectly honest, we have run together quite a lot in this Monday run, because this Monday run has been going on for quite a long time as the Zwift long distance runners recovery 10k, but we've just kind of converted it because I do this event quite a lot anyway, as does Clive. So it's nice that we've decided to all join together and combine our efforts. So thank you very much for coming along today for the first time for the combined Film My Run MHG ZLDR 10k. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift Running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Did I see the fox up there? Looking out of the window? On the balcony? Yes, there you go. Or is it a dog? Is that a dog or a fox? Probably a dog, isn't it, to be fair? Back here again next week, says Clive. And we are almost there. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thanks for chatting on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for joining the run. We had 80 odd people signed up today. So 80 odd people signed up. Morn Noir loves the YouTube stuff. Is that... I don't know if that's referring to the Zwift Run Live channel or something else. Not sure. Kim Salt says it's a dog on the balcony. Gina says, give yourselves a pat on the back. I can see the finish line. You can see the finish line. 10k done. And that is our Monday training. And our training week started. So this week I think we're going to try and get another 100k in. Clive says, have a good evening, take care and stay safe. What a lovely view, actually, that is. Do you know what? I can't remember seeing that view many times. I'm sure I have seen that view before. $10K done. Crossing the finish line now. Fantastic. And confetti for everyone. Brilliant. And we are done. A few people will carry on for a little bit. But I have got to get off the treadmill because my son is going to come and join us. You running, Ellis? Yeah. Right, so Ellis is going to run for a bit. We're not going to be live. Don't worry. I'm not going to force him to be live on stream. I've just got to get off the treadmill so he can jump on Zwift and do his session. Hugh says, well done. Thank you, Hugh. Sarah Jacobson. Oh, that was you. Oh, you are Hugh. Thank you, Ellis, for your comment. Luann. Ellis, do you want to be on this one? Or is Ju's going to be on this one? Is she? Okay. Sarah Jacobson says, Stephen, did you even break a sweat? I did sweat. Not as much, obviously not as much as if I was going super speedy. But yeah, I did break a bit of a sweat. It's always good to, low heart rate running is still very, very useful indeed. Capillaries and mitochondria will all still be produced at low speeds like that, at low heart rate like that. So it's all good. Angela says, yay, Ellis! Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get him on camera. Oh, you're on camera 2 anyway. Wait to camera 2. That's my son, Ellis. He's going to do a little run. Right, Ellis is on the Noble Pro. Stephen Smith says, see you later, well done all. Sarah says, I know I need to slow it down. Sometimes I just get impatient. Kathy says, thanks everyone. And Clive says, have a good run. Ellis, right, thank you very much everyone. Take care. We'll see you all tomorrow for the Film My Run 500. Bye-bye everyone. Bye.